Alright, we are back. Hanging in Novigrad. I'm actually in Crow's Perch because I ran around and did a bunch of stuff. Let me make sure that I talk to Fergus. And we're back with Fantasy Poland Monday. Let's do the thing. Let's see.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
I'm pretty sure that I ended...
Best way to start a game with some selling stuff.
Well, I'm pretty sure that I did the repair stuff earlier, so... Yeah, we're good. But I want you to look at some stuff in my inventory real fast, huh? So I have this Glory of the North steel sword. 9% plus 5 damage, 9% igni intensity, and a chance to cause burning. 3 empty sockets. But man, I've got a lot of armor piercing on this thing.
Yeah, can you do the compare?
Sure. Let's see here.
Scroll over to the thing and then hold down L2.
I got it.
Or left trigger, I mean. Yeah, I would keep Wolf.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because of the
Personally.
armor piercing.
Like, Glory, and also the bonus gold is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think Wolf with like, I would want a weapon that probably does another 15 damage before I trade away that armor piercing.
Another 15 damage. All right, good to know. Then in that event, I'm going to... Is it this way? Yeah, I'm going to go drop these off in my loot box.
Yeah, it's inside the big house.
Gentlemen. Hey, a stash. In you go, Glory of the North, and in you go, Blood-Eyed.
Your game, the Bloody Baron is alive, right?
I think so. I think he went with his wife
Yeah.
off to places unknown in order to deal with their issues.
Yeah, you unlike me didn't unleash a horse demon.
Right. Nilfgaardian demands. Nah, I don't care about that. The Baron's notes, however. Interesting. It's not a quest that I'm doing, but interesting. Oh, but I got experience for it, so I'll take it. Okay. Back out this way. Let's take a look, actually, at the quest that we gotta do. Let's see. They should have a game that's Fantasy Italy. Assassin's Creed, my guy. That's like all of the Assassin's Creed games.
That's like 3 of the
That's like 3 of the Assassin, or 2.5 of the Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so we're level 19. We got Fist of Fury in Novigrad. High Stakes is 26. Matter of Life and Death. That's at 12. We can do that one, right? The Vagelbud Servant at the Fish Market?
That's Triss's quest.
Right, so should we do that one?
If you want to. I mean, it is a very fun one.
Well, here's one that you can help me with. I need to figure out how to get back to the King of Beggars.
Okay. Go to Novigrad.
Get to a fast travel.
Get to a fast travel and fast travel to Hierarch Square.
Mm-hmm. Yarday. So I would say like maybe there needs to be a game that's set in fantasy Chicago, but that's Detroit Being Human, right?
Yeah. That's also uh crap. I can't remember the
RoboCop 2 for the Super Nintendo.
no. The PlayStation game. It might also be an Xbox game. I'm not sure, but it's a superhero game where you play a dude who has like electricity
Oh
controlling
yeah, yeah,
powers.
yeah. And there's the binary kind of are you a good guy or a bad guy thing going
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
Infamous.
Infamous.
Yeah, Infamous is basically set in a fantasy Chicago. So up, you're going to Novigrad.
Face is going to Novigrad. There we
Nope,
are. All right.
nope, nope. Big
Hierarch
city in the
Square.
north.
Don't forget you're on a delay, Tom. So
It does seem like a pretty big delay today.
yeah, it'll
also.
happen. It'll happen. Internet settings and whatnot. What's this shenanigans?
The races.
Ah, nah, screw that. Okay. All right, I'm in Hierarch Square.
Follow the dots.
Okay. Cultist.
He
He
dead.
doesn't look like a cultist.
Nope. Oh, a cultist. I thought you said poultist.
Interesting.
No, that dude just asked what happened to Full Test again, but I'll talk to that guy later. Ponce. Okay. Shady individual, King of Beggars Henchman.
All right, now you're going to cut through this building.
Okay.
Of course, steal everything not nailed down.
Only when they don't warn me. Oh, by the way, the guards are looking at you. Okay, now what?
He should be right inside. There should be an entryway.
That one locked.
If you have to, you may have to go around the block to get to him.
That one locked. That one entered, but point wrong way. Yes, this am where I got confused last time.
A cut through?
Okay.
No, I mean like go. So what you're gonna want to do? Stand still while I explain this.
Right.
So if you look at your map, what you're gonna want to do is cut through that building, take a right.
Going back up towards the north.
Yes, back up towards the north through that building, cut a right, and then proceed down that like southward, that north-south road. You're going to move down it and try and enter the block from the other side.
Okay. So loop around this way. And you said try to enter the block. Like, am I going for just the other side of that building?
Pretty much, yeah.
Should do I climb up here?
No, you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to go up. Just yeah, cut around, and then there should be a little way to either get in there or go in through some buildings.
I think I may have to do some second story work.
Or possibly there's an entryway over this way. Because there is like an alleyway running between those buildings. And that's what you're trying to get into, is that alleyway.
Jerry, come on. Use the ladder, pal.
You're on the wrong side.
There we go. Yep. Platforming. My greatest weakness. Okay. That one's locked too. Oops. Well,
I got 10 seconds to find out what that oops was.
that was me falling off of
there
a
you go.
rooftop and dying. Unlike in Borderlands, there's fall damage in this game. Oh well. I did a bunch of the side quests and stuff last time.
Interesting.
Here, while we're at it, let's do this. Use your witching senses to find vagal buds.
What's your hair lately?
He has keys strapped to his belt. Okay. So what am I looking for? This shady individual? Or I'm looking for a dude in a blue jerkin with keys on his belt.
Yeah. So not the shady individual.
Presumptively not the Novigrad guard.
Could be the Novigrad guard. Wasn't he glowy?
No, not really. There's some stuff next to him that is. Oh, there it is. Townsman. What up, playa?
Know where I can get the best price on trout?
Perhaps. But it wasn't you I was to meet, sir.
Want to talk to the letter's recipient, I gotta be present.
Caution would advise.
Caution's advising you not to argue right now. Trust me.
Seems I've got no choice. Come with me.
Alright, dude.
It's not far.
I think that we should get Jerkins back.
Let's go.
We'll just move on like that didn't happen there.
I've no clue. First time I've laid eyes on him. Maybe. Well, recently someone's been trying to question our messengers about the young count. Hold on. Where's Miss Marigold?
Just walking through another person.
If not for him, that trio would have dragged you in for questioning. The tall one was Valdo Works. Works for the witch hunters.
Aye, you're surely right, miss. It just weren't what I expected, since Lady Bagelbud.
Lady Vagelbud's my drag name.
So what's this about? Be straight.
Lady Bagelbud's son. He's the problem. Master Albert's taken an interest in alchemy. The Temple Guard's got the win.
Wouldn't worry about the guard. But since the mage hunters tried to grab you, I'd say Albert's in serious trouble.
Aye.
Waka waka.
Lady Bagelbud bought off the guardsmen, since the hunters paid for every mage revealed to them.
Guardsmen took a bribe from the frightened family. and
Right.
whispered-
Hunters, okay.
Seems Albert needs to disappear.
So are we killing him or hiding him?
Arrange that. Think young Vagelbud?
Tain't that simple, sadly. Master Albert's in hiding at the
Yeah,
Bagelbud's country
tain't.
estate. Lady Ingrid's got the notion she can get him out quietly. Want to throw a lavish masquerade ball.
So this is going to be a really cool mission. You get to go do a masquerade ball.
Ooh.
Lady Bagelbud bears the hopes being watched.
Which he says presumably 2 seconds before I did.
So is this a good idea or a bad idea?
I put good idea. I mean,
Good
it's
idea it is.
there's going to be a lot of people providing cover. So, like, if you're savvy and careful about the way you do things in this, and like really,
I have a well-earned reputation for being savvy and careful.
What with the war,
yes, focus on being careful and quiet, and this will go perfectly.
I'm great at those things.
petals of blue roses from this
I'm real good at stealth games, Tom.
Roses have become dreadfully hard to come by.
Oh, I'd love to see it all.
I'm going.
I have to stay till the end.
You're coming with me?
Of course I am. Not about to say.
I like how there's just this random strumpet's just like inserted herself into the conversation. Is like,
Still trying to keep your wasted 22
hey, y'all, what are we talking about over here?
Harold, please.
How you guys doing?
How do we get to the residence?
Your invitation. Take it. Guard at the gate will have instructions for you. You're to wear a
Oh,
fox
sweet
mask, right?
fox mask. Should I go get a fox mask too? You guys? No, I'm right here.
So you're going to go back to the
Need to get something else done first.
Something I need to do first.
Fine. Buy our masks while you're at it. And you should change. Ball attire.
I should
I bet
change
you
to
can get everything
ball
you need for the
attire.
ball at Ellie House shop.
Yeah, I know Eliel. Eliel's my G.
As a friend of
They're great.
Dandelions. Just masks, right? Probably don't need to wear a double, do I?
No, but you should change into a jerkin.
And it's not up for discussion. Take care of that, then come see me.
All right.
Sometimes it's
Get that dwarven spirit. Okay, quests. Honor among thieves. Beggar king. All right. Gonna go back to our Beggar king. Here's an alleyway. Right, but I don't see a connecting alleyway that lets me get over there. Right, and all of the doors are locked. So let's try this.
So cut through that building again
Cutting through the building.
and go left instead of right.
Left instead of right. Okay. Get some alkalis, that's nice. Bread and random stuff, okay. Alright. Take a quick look at Witcher's senses. Is this the way through with all the... No, that's just a bunch of depressed poor people. And a door that I'm stuck on. There we go.
Open up.
Ah, there we go. Just had to knock. Great. Am I going to need to have the sensor bars ready?
No,
Okay, good.
I mean I don't think so. He doesn't run a brothel. He's just the king of beggars.
Hey, I'm never sure. All right, King of Beggars, what up, playa? Saved one of your homeboys.
Your men more carefully.
He gonna give you money.
Or like the novice.
Yeah, he told me. And I told him to leave town. Most likely promised I'd reward you, didn't he?
Sure did.
Silly said. Take it.
Ooh, I got an Earlith rod. And Freya Warrior's armor. Ah, all right. Next up, secondary quest. Matter of life and death, right? So now we go and purchase our masks. Are you ready for Are you ready for a fancy ball party, Tom?
I'm always ready for a fancy ball party.
I'm always ready for something that'll show off our fancy balls. Oop. Someone wants to get crazy. Someone wants to get wild, Tom. Okay. Do it. Do it, Jerry. Jump up there. Jerry, they're coming for you. Get up there, Jerry. Well.
You look fucking amazing.
Oh, thanks, darling.
What's up with me?
Ma'am. I'm busy. Alright. Some of these Novigrad ladies are awfully forward with their affections. So, how went the rest of your day, Tom?
Fine. I had very good dinner. We had chicken parmesan and noodles and green beans, and it was very yummy.
Ooh. I love a good chicken parmesan.
Greetings.
Yeah,
My spring collection.
we have one of those like neighborhood Walmarts next to our place,
Please do.
and they have a very good like simple frozen chicken parm.
Feel like we're wearing nothing at all.
It's like you're wearing nothing at all.
So you have to buy a fox mask for Triss, but then you get to pick what mask you want Geralt to wear. And I don't know about you,
Ooh.
but wolf mask seems very on the nose.
Yeah, but also bird masks are my personal jam. A harlequin mask is always good. Yeah, we'll get the wolf mask. It sends a statement. We're gonna do they all suck, but let's see. We want elegant Nilfgaardian shoes, some Nilfgaardian trousers, and I think we want the elegant courtier's doublet on the far right. Or do we want an no, she said doublet, right? Yeah, she said doublet.
I mean, if you went to, you already have.
I know. I could go to my stash and get it, but I don't care to.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna buy all these other masks though, just because I have a yen.
So long.
Alright, inventory. Let's dress up. There we go. Check the drip. Now we bring Triss the fox mask now that we're all pretty. Woo-woo.
Look all pretty suspicious to me.
Amanda said that she was going to join us, and now she is snoring behind me, so...
Duty calls.
Ah, naps. The most deceptive of traps.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. It's a horse and henchman. What up, playa? Juggalo. Oh, we have a whole posse. Thanks for the ham sandwich.
I believe that is called a gathering.
Oh, whoop whoop.
Oh, it's never the time. Made yourself at home. Track mudding all over the floors.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll finally move in with him. High time.
Okay, tilty house, and...
I know you are not a fan of tequila, but God, I love these drinks.
Well, it's not that I'm not a fan of tequila, it's that it makes me tremendously ill, so I'd say that tequila's clearly not a fan of me.
Certainly took my request to heart.
You weren't being serious. Still got time to change.
Don't you dare. You look great. You get everything?
Thank you, CD Projekt Red, for giving Triss that outfit and providing ammunition for so many hot cosplays.
Guards first, and hunters.
He's easy prey, and that's exactly why we should help him.
Pop the
Everyone's
masks.
ready. We can go.
Shame events like this are so rare. Without them, I'd never get.
I like it because Jerry's like what, 150 years old.
Chafing my armpits.
No, he's closer to 100 at this point.
All right, so he's like 100 years old and is still like, I don't like dressing up. I had a woman flirt with me, uncomfortable. So let's put on the wolf mask and do it. So you got to warn me if this is going to turn into an eyes wide shut, Tom.
It won't. It is a fancy dinner party, and then you're gonna go do a
Where Lady Ingrid Vega.
run through a hedge maze.
Oh, elegant
And then
dinner
after-
party.
After the hedge maze is when you'll run into the option with Triss of whether or not this turns into a romantic situation,
Right.
and you
right.
can instead let her down lightly.
Yeah, fine. I'll leave the swords here.
A pleasant evening to you both.
It's beautiful.
You won't need them; there aren't
I haven't been
enemies.
outside the city in ages.
I can punch him.
How could you? With that scrawny harlot.
Come now, don't cry. After all, he's not the only child.
He's a baronet. Where will I find another baronet?
These are some tragic masks. That woman just looks like a turtle. Alright.
No use pretending you don't know. Is that any way to treat an old mate? Refuse to acknowledge him?
There's been a mistake. I don't know you, sir.
Don't be foolish, Vivian. I recognize
Oh,
that
Vivian.
name anywhere. You might play the great game now, but before that Baron Edward something pulled you from the gutter, you were a common.
Enough. The lady said she doesn't know you.
Who's this? The new one? Older than the last, it seems. A decrepit, moss-covered prick. Sir,
So this is the kind of guy that you love running into at parties. You said be careful, right?
Yeah, don't start fights.
Yeah, we're here for a reason.
Wouldn't want to make a scene.
Yeah, you're on a mission.
hey!
You know, the goal is to
I
just
liked you much better when you worked the carriages outside the passage floor.
get this guy out.
Yeah. Let's just.
What a jackass.
All right.
A wit better than an ear. Might even be worse.
Hey, this guy's a kraken. Good for you, buddy.
My, is he ever something?
Oh, there's a quest over there too.
What are you doing here?
Little Miss Miracle. Well, and I was led to believe this would be an elegant affair.
Have we met?
You're definitely going to want to come back for that quest.
The commander
Okay.
got aside for now. Do you have a way out of Novigrad? You can join us if you want.
Don't react, I'm assuming.
Like, let her lead. If she's not making a problem, don't make a problem.
Who would
All right.
like-
You're here to back her up.
Friends, among others. Once we've all gathered, I'll lead you.
You will lead. Forgive me, Marigold, but that is like allowing myself to be led by a lame duck. Farewell.
Who is that?
He's an old friend. His name's Moritz Diefenfeld. I'll tell you the story later.
Moritz Diefenthal sounds like a lovely designer drug.
Oh, let's look around.
Let's see. Lady said, "Look around." I'm supposed to come back for this quest. You said.
Yeah, don't worry about grabbing that quest now.
Okay.
You'll be able to come back here later and pick it up.
All these people ain't got masks. Gas.
Excuse me a moment. Miss? Yes, it's me. The trout buyer?
That's what they called me back in college.
thank you for agreeing to help. My valet warned me you might come with a friend. I'd prefer as few as possible knew about Albert's flight. But if you trust this man...
Like no one else.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and get Albert.
Let's get Albert. Where is he?
entertaining the guests. He's always been an outsized presence at my receptions. I preferred not to arouse any suspicions.
When can we take him away?
We shall have to wait until the guests have imbibed enough to notice only the goblet-laden trays. Don't fret.
I know there's like multiple NPCs in that game with that like hairstyle, and I think it looks really cool.
The braided, sewn kind of circlet on top.
Yeah.
I'm afraid he's not fully comprehended the danger he faces. As I said, he's not terribly bright.
That's what you want to hear about a guy who's dabbling in alchemy. He's not terribly bright.
I shall await
I mean, Victor Frankenstein, I'm just saying.
Yeah, the dropout who's like, I'm a doctor. No, you're not. I'm gonna be. Okay.
I mean, the real Victor Frankenstein trying to create an alchemical elixir of life, and instead creates Prussian blue dye and proceeds to drink it.
Right. Has a panther mask, yeah?
Alchemy can be a dangerous.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. Alchemy can be a dangerous thing.
Nice mask.
Oh, we're gonna have to club this guy. Okay.
Albert Bagelbud.
No. I am a black.
You are neither of those things, my guy.
Your mom sent us, Mr. Panther.
Oh, so you are.
Oh yeah, I forgot why we were here. I've got to leave. Now, what a fantastic plan in terms of all of this cloak and dagger stuff. Oh, I didn't want to arouse suspicion, so I told him, hey, make sure that everyone sees you at the party.
Besides, there'll be fireworks later. A jolly good distraction.
Terrible operational security.
Away, saunter into the garden. We'll meet in the hedge maze.
Be waiting for you there.
But first, you absolutely must try the Fiorano Rosé.
I must absolutely not.
Hope Albert hasn't forgotten the reason for this whole get-together.
Wanna wait in the garden? I saw a nice spot there earlier.
Uh-oh. I know that tone.
Times of famine and war are necessary. They are how society urges us to be gentle. Your reputation precedes you, Geralt.
Shh. Shut up. I'm a wolf.
Care to sit down for a spell?
Your reputation precedes you, Gerald.
Mask off, if only for a little. Great view from here.
I'm a witcher.
I'm a witcher. I'm a secret witcher. I'm a witcher. I'm a witcher. I'm a witcher. I'm a witcher.
Amazingly pleasant change from the sewers.
Your reputation precedes you. It's because I tell everybody who I am.
Does this mean it's a good time to ask you about
Also, that damn dandelion.
Yeah, that too.
mage we met earlier?
Oh, yes. What do you want to know?
How'd you meet?
Hero, all mages know each other. Some are well over a century old.
In that case, when did...
At a feast, long ago.
Yeah, seems the type.
Seemed just like the type.
Oh, really? At the time, to me, he actually pursued me for a while.
Got the impression he doesn't exactly like you.
It seems that things have soured.
Rather than his leader.
See, you're the one organizing the mage's escape from Novigrad.
Sometimes I have no idea how I actually managed to bring them all together.
Easy, Triss. That's it. Simple. You're charismatic.
You're a charismatic leader. Simple as that.
You really think so?
Absolutely. Next thing you know, they'll be calling you Iron Marigold. Even wear an eye patch. And
That actually does sound pretty metal.
For a moment there, I thought you were being sincere.
Of course I'm being sincere. Look at me. Didn't blush a bit.
She wants the two swords.
Is it Albert?
She wants the two swords really bad.
Yes.
Especially given the events of the previous two games.
Must be looking for his beloved.
Point and laugh at the sad turtle man. Point and laugh.
About the frog and the lark. Inchu, biag broga. Inch.
I mean, in Witcher 1, she tried to gaslight Geralt something hard.
Yeah, which is
about
another
Yennefer.
which is another one of the reasons why it's like, hey, do you want to maybe romance Triss? No.
The sooner we get out of here, the better.
Oh no. I plan to have a good look at
I mean, I could make arguments either way, but, like, yeah, I agree. Yennefer
Yeah.
is definitely who he should end up with.
Triss.
Geralt?
Triss, wait.
Geralt. Coming?
Hey, we don't. Now is not that. We're not here for hedge maze shenanigans.
Geralt. Coming?
She is here for hedge maze shenanigans.
Yes, but we are not here for hedge maze shenanigans. That is not our purpose. Also, you morons left your masks behind.
Careful.
Ah, the rom-com meet cute. Not the time for this.
Miss Marigold, at last. So sorry we are forced to meet under such incredibly inopportune circumstances.
What happened to your masks?
But I'm sure we'll make up for it another time. I absolutely must show you my alchemical formulae.
Anyone follow you?
You're an alchemical formulae.
Just in case, you two switch masks. We'll go first. Geralt will follow right after.
Meow, I'm a kitty cat.
Horses await in the stables.
Good. Meet you there.
"15 minutes later." Alright, get out of the labyrinth.
Hey, you remembered how you got in here, right?
I mean, I've got dots.
There you are, my love. Here you are. So, about this private show.
Under any other circumstances, I'd give you the full Monty.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Now, these masks I dig. I like the Plague Doctor aesthetic. I'm gonna have to punch a bunch of birds.
Look vague. Please, step away, miss.
Looks like bird punching time.
Good thing I'm a kitty cat. Meow. Bah, bah, bow. Dark Souls. What's my, I forget, what's my block button again? Left trigger? Okay, got it. Yeah. What do you mean that action is not allowed during combat? You've always let me eat honeycomb before.
It might not work while you're holding block.
No, it's just Since this is not like a sword combat, it's like no potions or food for you.
Don't forget you have signs.
Well, oh, they don't like that. But we want to change to Axie for this. There we go. Alright, following the dots. The dots are not helping me. There we go. You okay there, Tom?
Yeah. I mean, your map gives the layout of the maze.
Yeah.
As we are playing, I am reading the Blades in the Dark Reddit, and I just answered a very complex question on here.
Ooh.
Also, did you hear that Blades in the Dark is getting a TV adaptation?
I did. Also, so is Exalted.
Really? I didn't hear about that.
You should probably
That'll be crazy.
It'll be interesting, that's for sure.
I'm to send servants to the garden.
Yes.
I shall see to it. And you must hurry.
I think it's funny that games like Exalted and Blades in the Dark are getting a TV adaptation before D&D does.
I mean, D&D had the cartoon
Got your sword
series.
back from the guard, and Ingrid gave me the
I mean, like a modern adaptation.
Oh yeah. I mean, the previous DVD or D&D movies have not been good.
Excellent. So where are we gonna get away to?
You? Nowhere. It's finally possible, probable even, that we can get all the mages out of Novigrad. You know where to find me if you want to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
What happened at the fountain? I'm sorry, I acted irresponsibly.
We were on a mission, Triss.
No need to apologize. It was nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Miss Marigold.
We out?
We need to go.
We out.
No. Be careful.
Alright, so they're gone, and you said I get a one last hurrah goodbye for Triss? Hey! Bum bum. Let me see here. Secondary quest.
That thing that you failed
That's
was
the one of the Gwent quests.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't care.
So you don't have to care.
Now or never is the last step of this whole shebang, right?
Yes. The dude with the panther mask is a guy that you could play for
Yeah, I
a
figured.
Gwent card.
Should I go back and do or pick up this other quest now?
Yeah, you can.
Now that I'm locked, key required.
Be gone, you.
Hey.
Maybe you have to come back at a different time,
Apparently.
possibly during the day.
All right. So that's fast travel back to Hierarch Square.
Yep.
Yeshabow. Wakaba. And there we go. Man, when all this pandemic stuff is like finally behind us, I'm gonna make a point of going to a Renaissance fair.
I mean, I would like to join you.
We shall plan this, and we shall make a whole thing of it.
Jen has quite a collection of garb that she has not gotten a chance to wear yet.
Right? We need to get on that. And, witch hunters at Triss's house. Do you think that that Jen could grow a good dwarf beard over the next year or so?
Greater now, and so should the rewards be.
Unlikely.
I'll have to knit her one then.
Jen would 100% wear a knitted dwarf beard
I know
to
it.
a Renaissance festival.
Give us the necklace and get out of here.
Hands off. or
You are still wearing the wolf mask.
I am.
You don't need to.
I want it. Grab your things and let's go.
Get out. No.
Landlords.
When I need your help, I'll ask for it.
What? Are you angry?
Angry? No. But they deserved the necklace. They risked a lot just by sheltering me.
They took a risk, sure, for a hefty fee.
Yes. The thing is, they could have taken the coin and turned me over to the hunters, but they didn't, which was extremely honorable by Novigrad standards.
Yeah, honorable by Novigrad standards are not good standards. They're landlords.
Morals, or any number of other topics, but I don't have time for that now. You saw what's happening in the city.
So the biggest thing that you want to do during this entire quest that you're doing right now is, one, don't sleep with Triss, and two, get Triss to go to Kaer Morhen.
All the mages to the docks as soon as possible.
Okay.
Get them on board this ship. But Bertold and Anise have yet to show up at the meeting point.
Okay, so could find getting to the port is a problem,
Easy getting to the port. Lots of guards.
and I
on the
should
streets.
So we won't take the streets.
change out of
In
my
case of trouble, we were all to meet at the Kingfisher.
my
Back into
garb and
armor.
back into armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently those can get you all the way to the docks.
I know the Novigrad sewers. Won't run into any hunters there, but that doesn't mean it'll be safe.
That's why I'm asking you. I need you to find the way to the docks, clear the path for the others, and do it quickly. The hunters could figure out our
All
plan
right.
in a minute.
Bertold and Anise,
Nice.
give me the deets.
A young couple. He's an alchemist.
Oh, a
Had
Gildorf
practice in
alchemist.
Gildor.
Ooh.
She studied at Aretuza. I'm worried the people who hit them might have turned them in. See? My hosts weren't all bad.
They're landlords, Triss.
Now you understand my predicament?
Two and put all the others at risk. Or go straight to the Kingfisher, abandon the two to certain death.
What do I do, Geralt?
So my instinct says that we help Anise and Bertold. What say ye, Tom?
Help them, of course.
Yeah, see?
We should help and
It's Fantasy Poland Monday, and the best fantasy is that we can help everybody who needs it.
Fine. But then we need to go now. Clock's ticking.
lead the way.
Alright. We're going to take a quick break. Let me swap the stuff in my inventory, and then I shall hit the restroom right fast. There we go. I am going to still wear that wolf mask, though, because I like the way it look. Alright. Ba-bam, ba-bam. So we'll be back in just a little while, and see you guys in a couple minutes. Hang tight. All right, we are back. We are ready. We are following our mage ex-girlfriend with a somewhat problematic relationship. Temple guards.
Oh my god.
What?
So on Facebook, our friend Anastasia is doing live commentary on the Met Gala this year.
Mm-hmm.
And AOC is at the Met Gala in a incredibly amazing white evening gown with "Tax the Rich" in big ass red letters on the back.
I agree with the sentiment. Not sure that the Met Gala is the real place to you know, that'd be like me going to you know, the like a country club and being like, I think that maybe we should feed the poor if we have the time. Okay.
Well?
Okay, Tris, we're good. Let's go. Yeah, the Met is the perfect place. It's where the billionaires are. Yes, tax them. Mingling is not taxing.
This is them, just as I said. Brown sorcerer angel. She's into the witchcraft too. Good work. Take him.
No, I beg you. We've done nothing wrong.
Right. Hear that several times a day. What about my reward? Reward? Oh, right.
Landlords.
I've got a headquarters at America. Witcher.
Land on 2 fires.
You all right? Can you walk?
Yes.
I'll not leave here. I'm no fool.
Bertold.
That was a crazy interception.
Yep.
Catch us before we can reach the port.
He was just about to hit Berthold with that sword when you freaking bulldozed him.
Jedi mind trick. Now's not the time, Bertold.
Thanks. We need to join the others as soon as possible.
Yeah. Let me get back to where my loot is. Ooh. I got a fancy sword. All right, let's go.
That was a fancy sword.
And some emerald dust. Dang, y'all. You know what? I'm gonna hang on a sec. So, some stuff. Always good to have more pepper. All right.
Harry?
Whoop.
There, 2 more. Grab 'em.
Have you checked the sewers beneath the Kingfisher?
No. Didn't think we'd have to take that route. To think a year ago, guardsmen bowed to mages they passed in the street. Now we have to flee the city.
Man, religious fundamentalism's a hell of a drug.
Manage it somehow.
The others will never make it without me.
Just walking past the corpses of previous people. As a be sure to message AOC and tell her that I don't think that ball gown based messages really
No birds, no hunters in sight.
land well
Seems in order.
Forward.
against a corrupt billionaire class. I don't think you're actually going to change like any hearts and minds. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, there's nobody in that crowd who's going to be like, oh man, maybe I should stop exploiting people. Did you see the dress that the Representative Cortez was wearing? Like, these are not people that historically can be well messaged with.
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls.
We took too long.
What do you mean we took too long?
Too long? We set out to rescue 2 people.
Yes. And lost one.
Good thing we got here before they found the hatch.
This is not about numbers.
How
This is no time to mourn.
how's it not about numbers though? I'm so confused by some of the dialogue choices here. Like, this is not about numbers. No, I mean, it is. This is no time to mourn, Geralt. What?
She's very at the moment. She's very focused on only what's directly in front of her.
Right. What up, my mages?
Trace, what happened upstairs? Was everything all right?
We lost Shaky
No.
Pete.
Everything's not all right. Geralt, wait a minute. I need to see who made it.
Why the tears, my dear lady? Should worry us, tarnishes your beauty.
Guess you must have worried quite a bit.
You know, I was born ugly.
It's a pretty solid comeback.
Going to Kavir too?
No, but I am helping the others set up. You know, bleeding heart.
It only start bleeding now. They've been burning mages for months around here.
He's got a good point.
But only since recently on this scale. Besides, I look forward to having friends in Kavir, especially among King Tancred's entourage.
Trace is about to speak.
We'll talk later.
We've waited long to escape. Till we could make sure Kavir will take us. Till we could acquire enough coin to hire a ship. Till we could find a captain we could trust.
Hey.
We've waited too long. There's no more time for hesitation. We must leave Novigrad today.
This is madness. Hunters stand on every corner.
So we'll get to the port through the sewers. Geralt will clear a safe path for us.
I'm going to my
Happy place?
my Witcher map because I'm like,
In which case,
where the hell is
arrive at
Kovir?
Dixie, weapons in hand, not tied to a stake, begging for mercy.
If the need arises, I'll defend you. You can also count on my help.
Yes. The help of a Redanian spy. Redovic's right-hand man.
Redovic's left-hand man.
Sir,
You call a spy master of a left hand.
Taught him to kill.
This is no time to settle past scores. End of discussion.
Gonna enter the sewers now. I'll signal when the path's clear. You follow my trail, and don't stray from it, no matter what.
I will go with Geralt. You, Dijkstra, go to the
Dijkstra.
port and see that everything's in order with the ship.
on my way.
We'll meet there. I hope.
Triss, really want to go with me? No offense, but
Offense taken. Stop talking and lead the way.
There's some tension there.
If I could only bloody get out alive.
You can't, you won't. You've got Radovid and the church against you. They want magic. Us.
Good sir.
Come on, let me loot that thing.
Please leave me
Perhaps if we turned ourselves in, the hunters would be leaving.
That's a churnabog, some breads,
We heard about
getting everything from here before we go. Oh man, candles. Okay, everybody, lights out. Let's do this. See, you'll never know when you need all this glowing ore?
Mostly because you have no idea what glowing ore does.
Not a single clue. Hey.
Famed white wolf. I bow before you.
Excellent. Now give me that vial.
How are you?
Okay.
Well, famed white wolf. I bow before you.
And some linen.
Thanks for helping.
No need to thank me, really.
No, there is. You don't know how much it means to have someone you can rely on in this fucking city.
Triss.
It'll be over soon.
Soon.
Okay, before I was like, where the hell is Kovir? And now I'm like, where the hell is my map of the Witcher universe?
Alright, so clear a path through the sewers.
Yeah, you're gonna be fighting drowners and possibly witch hunters.
Well, then that's the perfect time for me to oil up. We're going with our Necrophage on the Feline Silver Sword and Enhanced Hangman's Venom on the Wolf.
Yep.
Alright. I see you over there. Come here. Yeah. Gotcha. Alright. Monster Tooth. Great. Let's see. Do I have to go back and, like, fetch Triss?
Well.
Okay. Alright, apparently I already looted that. Great.
No way through. All is lost.
Relax. Maybe there's another way.
Where? The path is just straight as an arrow.
Okay, I have no idea where my map went, so I had to go hunt out a new one.
Go behind the walls. I can feel air coming in through the cracks.
So yes, Kovir is one of the northernmost places in the Witcher universe.
Oh, okay.
Blockage through there.
Can't hurt to try.
It is, I don't know, about 800 miles or so to the northwest of Novigrad.
So is this fantasy Scandinavia?
Yeah, something like that. By the way, have you watched the Vesemir anime yet?
Not yet, no. Did you
It's
enjoy
very
it? Was it good?
It's very good.
Excellent. I look forward to it. Loot this library.
It's questionable how much of it is actually canon. But it is pretty cool.
I thought Sapowski was like, yeah, all this stuff, canon in spirit, that's all that matters.
I mean, yeah, he might think it's canon in spirit, but like it leaves out some considerable things, like it treats the Witchers as if the School of the Wolf is the only school that exists.
Does it answer the important question of whether or not Vesemir gets down?
He does, in fact, get down. He gets down a lot.
Way to go, Uncle Mitch.
For a minute, I actually thought we were doomed.
Ha 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 ha! Alright, come on, Triss.
Well,
I would hazard to say that in his youth, Uncle Mitch was a bit of an F-boy.
Uncle Mitch. Good for you, man. Good for you.
Rats.
We don't slut shame around here.
remember?
Alright, so I gotta go down there and clear out the rats. Find a way to cross the rats' feeding ground.
There should be a way to create a fire, if I remember correctly.
I mean, there's
If
me.
you run, well, I mean, like there's like a oil or something that you burn. I'm trying to remember, but if you run around and look, you should be able to find it.
How?
He's passing all these pictures down.
So I don't mean to wear.
Or maybe just murder them. I don't know.
His
Don't-
betters have
John,
disappeared.
What?
you can throw fire at things.
I know.
He bites on my feet and calves.
And
Nothing
as soon
more.
as I figured out, as soon as I got a moment of breathing room, I switched to be able to do that. Good Lord, these skeletons got a lot of money. Alright. Spooky, scary skeletons.
Well,
Alright. More stuff to loot.
Pale. Dried out.
Does that mean we got a vampire? Is there a Whampir down here, Tom?
I'm not sure.
A Hwankir?
Bruise around neck and shoulders.
Okay, that's locked. That's a puddle, my greatest enemy. Perhaps even more so than the ladder boss. Torches, ashes, water. Come on. Nope. Exam. Yes.
And still lit. Like recently. From bites to the neck.
Like a vampire. Tom, we got a what we do in shadows.
You better hope it's a what we do in the shadows vampire.
I'm gonna kill me and Nosferatu.
Remember, you can light things on fire.
I am now set to light things on fire. And I also have the best possible vampire oil. Inventory switching oil.
So, are you going to wear the wolf mask for the rest of the game?
I don't know how to take
like
it off,
fantasy
baby.
Polish Batman.
Yeah, I don't know how to take it off.
It's an item. It's in your little items thing down there.
I don't think I have much reason to take it off. I will definitely. I mean, look at me. That's great.
All right, fantasy Polish Batman. It is then.
I mean, was I ever not really Fantasy Poland Batman. Listen to that gruff voice. Look at the cat eyes. I mean, I'm already a furry who beats up people according to my own somewhat misguided code of justice. Like, where's the difference? I suppose I don't have a secret identity. Hey, Triss, you coming?
We made it! Come on, we need to ready the ship.
Hey!
Finally. You bloody took long enough.
Give me more time to look around?
I fought a vampire, my guy. What did you do?
John. Wood's rotting. Sails are prone to rip like an old pair of knickers. And,
Will we make it to Kavir?
provided you don't run into any storms.
I'll signal the others to come.
Man, if only you knew some magic users that could make sure that you don't run into any storms.
Any help? I made a violin for you. Fetch some flowers and bonbons.
What the hell are you talking about?
What does that mean?
What? Don't tell me you don't plan to beg her to stay.
Why do you...
No, I want her to go to my Uncle Mitch's house.
Especially the ones that end happily ever.
There we go.
Hunters! Hunters approaching!
That's okay, I got this.
We want them alive!
Oh, you want him alive? You've already lost this fight. Gotcha.
Remember, you can light them on fire.
Yeah, but Tom, I don't need to.
Big straw.
But it looks so much more dramatic.
Yeah, but remember one time I accidentally lit a bunch of peasants on fire and felt bad for an entire week?
Thank you.
I mean,
I'll
I don't
never
remember you
forget
feeling bad. But
I felt terrible for like a week.
what we had together.
Farewell, Triss, right? Right, Tom? If I say stay with me, that's awfully romantic of me. Tom? Tom?
Give me a second. Give me a second.
Because on the one hand, like, stay with me is, hey, why don't you come to my Uncle Mitch's house and care more on? Whereas farewell might be like, well, I guess I'll see you when I see you.
Okay. What you can go ahead and say farewell, Triss, because Triss will come to Care Morin regardless of any
good
actions you take. Yennefer will get her there regardless of what you do.
Care and give Siri.
So you can just say farewell.
Excellent. Give Siri a kiss. The kind of kiss I can never have. You gaslit me for 2 games. I didn't know who I was, and you told me... boyfriend?
You're an ass.
What?
An ass. An oaf. A twit. Didn't even try to stop her.
I had my reasons.
Of course you did. You're an ass, an oaf, a twit. But even an ass can do the world a favour if one more enlightened tells him.
If one more enlightened. Well, like you, Dijkstra?
Dijkstra, what are you plotting this time?
What would you say? How many mages did we say altogether?
Dunno. Didn't count. 30, maybe. Give or take a few.
And how many would you say
30 mages.
remain in the
Oof.
north? How many alchemists, healers, herbalists? 2,000? 3?
Doing a population count? Is that it?
Yeah, like an informal census.
In Novigrad they had us. We were here. But who'll save those in Rimba? Banard, Ardcraig, Gullet. You know damn well that daft bastard Radovid won't rest till he's killed them all. Every last one. Yennefer and Triss included.
Moving as speeches go. Now get to the
Which is why we have to kill Radovid.
Yep.
Because I want you to help me kill Radovid.
Oh, my dude. You could have just said that from the get-go.
Mages of the world. Expect me to believe that?
Actually, yes. But not because I'm sensitive or it gives me a heartache, true. To my mind, this systemic persecution...
I hate that it only gives you the option, I don't kill kings.
A madman rules Redania. I served Vizimir, Radovid's father, was his head of intelligence for more than 2 decades. Together, we transformed Redania, made it the North's most powerful realm. Any idea what made it strong?
Unions.
It's armies, I'd wager.
And you'd bloody lose, you idiot. Mass mobilization, inciting peasants to take up their scythes, straighten them. Where's the art in that?
You know, Dijkstra is, of course, part of the entrenched power structure, and I wouldn't want him on my side in any sort of class struggle. But he's got some pretty solid rhetoric here.
I mean, at the end of the day, he said it himself. He's a count. So, we know where he stands on the class struggle.
Yeah.
Radovid the stern, my ass. Radovid the witless, I'd say.
This guy's making a mess of the previous system I had that let me exploit the lower classes.
I don't kill kings. Just not a regicide. Rumors to the contrary, but damn.
I know. I'm merely asking for your aid in organizing the assassination.
Yeah, man. Look. I got a Witcher buddy hanging out at Kaer Morhen who loves killing kings.
Dijkstra.
Aletho will do it in a heartbeat.
Right? Like, Aletho's like around the corner like, yo, I'll do it. Hey, call me.
Convenient excuse you lot try to hide behind every time the temperature rises. It's grown hot, my friend, and it grows hotter still.
Letho's like, I'm school of the cat.
I'll do
kill
it.
Anyone,
I'll kill anyone.
I don't care.
I'll do it for fun.
Slay a king. It's not. You think on this.
Okay, at the Passiflora, in the garret, waiting with his mates. Gotcha.
So long, Garrett.
See you later, Dijkstra. Hey! Now I got a lot of loot, and apparently there's one more frisky dude down there. You smell like dead meat, arsehole. He said as I, commenced looting all of his, a whole mess of witch hunters. Ooh, another relic. Dope. Okay. Hang on a sec here.
So when you if you do the stay with me option, that is the romantic.
Yeah, that was what I figured.
Yeah, and that at the end of that, that's where she's basically like, well, I should probably go and meet with the other mages in Kovir, and you can be like, no, you should go to Kaer Morhen. But apparently, like, that decision doesn't matter because after a quest later on in the game, Yennefer is going to put out a call for people to come help at Kaer Morhen, and one of the people she sends it to is Triss.
Nice. All right, so now we got to go. I have this. The plays the thing.
Yes.
We go tell Priscilla what we learned about our unfortunately named boy Dudu.
Yes. And this is a fun quest. We get to put on a little bit of theater.
Oh God, I'm here for it. Yeah, we discussed this during our Borderlands 3 stream, but the upcoming Disney Plus Hawkeye series also seems to have been tailor-written for me in that it apparently involves musical theater to some degree.
Oh my.
With all of the signs for Rogers, the musical.
Oh, yeah. Come here.
Side quest? Side
What
quest.
is it?
We've a problem.
There's a side quest?
Mate of ours got injured.
Yep.
We can't seem to find it.
Talking to this bandit.
bandit.
You
Oh yeah, I
really
trust
want-
these.
Well, do sniff our friend out as well. Willing to pay.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Short delay won't hurt.
Lead the way, Master Witcher. Quick as you can, though. Poor lad needs help.
Yeah, I trust that this'll go well.
Yeah, he ran. Toward the port. Came out of the sewers.
Sewers. Should be an easy scent to follow.
Okay. Let's see. I'm supposed to be looking for
Nearly night.
the smell of blood and sewer muck. Hmm. Charming. Alright. Blood and sewer muck. Come on. Oh, that's a big witch hunter. Tom? Got like a level 33 witch hunter.
Wouldn't I,
Oh my.
got it
Axie.
wrong.
Axie these guys. No, why are you running away?
I don't know. I mean, originally I was running away because he's like 20 levels higher than me. All right, let's see here. Let's save our game right.
Like you could have beaten those guys with clever use of Axie.
Okay.
They're not like monsters.
And then let's load the game. Now or never. So we just finished. Okay. Yes.
Chris could not help him.
That'll jump you back.
Yeah, I know.
I think to the witch hunter fight.
And an expert at finding the lost and the missing. Headed by Kareem, the teacher had a dream. In it, Siri and I.
Yeah, Amanda says I saw something about Rogers the musical today. They released the trailer for the Hawkeye Disney Plus series, which looks like it's going to be fantastic. All right, quest. The play's the thing.
I think my favorite part in the in the trailer so far from what I saw is them in Hawkeye and Kate Bishop in the car getting chased by the dudes from whatever organization he's fighting against, and he needs her to take a shot
tracksuit
with
Draculas.
Do what? Yeah, tracksuit Draculas.
Oh, they're going to be the best.
But the she needs to take a shot with the bow on the car that's chasing after them, and he's just going through his quiver like, nope, can't use that one. Nope, that's too dangerous. Nope, not this one. And finally hands her an arrow, and she shoots it, and it blows the car up. And she's like,
we finally
you have
get
arrows more dangerous than that one?
we finally get trick arrows, and it's like excellent.
I mean, we've had trick arrows in like the Avengers movies.
None that have been like we want to see the boxing glove arrow is the big one.
I mean, because like he deployed arrows that did stuff like fired off submunitions in flight, and ones that like basically drilled into things, and he's fired all kinds of weird and crazy
but
stuff.
never like here's the boomerang arrow.
Sure.
Let's see, where are we? Novigrad, closed city 2. Okay. Track the smell. I'm trying to find the smell.
So it might be that quest is too high for you, and it's just not saying it. So maybe switch to... I don't know. Let's just try it out. You got to save. If those witch hunters show back up, you want to use Axie on them.
Okay, and here's the smell.
Traces of sewer slime.
Let's go on ahead and pop over to Axie. Alright, now we're following this funk. Maybe. Come on. Yep. Okay. Following our nose.
Even more misery besides.
Yeah, man, the healthcare system sucks. We all got it.
Can't you see he's busy?
Okay.
Oh, this happened.
Gotcha, Olsen.
That was 5 stone of the purest fish tech you put to the torch. You know what it was worth?
All right, Witchman. Take your coin. Bugger off.
Do what you will.
Need no convincing there.
Support your local community. I feel at peace with that. Okay. Quests. Plays the thing.
Yep.
Yeah, sometimes I worry about that poor fascist.
Now you.
Oh. All right, and first things first, before we yep. What up, my guy? You got any of them cordials? Show me what you got.
What have you got there?
And he's got some fist tech and some glamour. Is glamour also a drug?
Yes.
Well, at least these guys are having some fun, huh? It's a Redanian herbal. Sure, why not? The Temerian rye. Dijkstra dry. Yeah, he is. Alright.
So long.
Alright, checked in with him, and now I just got to go up the stairs and talk to Priscilla. Because I'm Catman. Sorry. Excuse me.
God, the Reaper's company.
I ain't here for you, pal. You're fine.
My wife's mum's an old.
Oh, did I miss her? Oh, there we go. Banisters, my one weakness. P. Dizzle, what's up?
I know how to free Dandelion. Got a plan. We need Bluey. Got to find it.
This plan? What is it?
Our Doppler friend will assume Menga's form. Order Dandelion moved to Oxenfurt. We can grab him on the way.
Brilliant. But how do you aim to find Dudu?
You're his friend.
How do
Idea where he might be hiding?
how do you aim to find Dudu, Tom?
Aware, but as whom? In the past, they seem
I
to
mean-
disappear, then reappear on the morrow with someone else.
Her plan seems like a good idea.
This time he hasn't returned.
How long have you known Dudu? All my
I know
life.
this might sound strange, but I can't be sure. It seems he'd been circling me for some time in various forms, trying to attract my attention.
Blame him for making the effort.
Charmer.
Thank you. I failed to notice him at first. Then he decided to shoot the moon, assumed Dandelion's form.
What tipped you off? You know it wasn't Dandelion. You did not much of a singer.
No. He simply spoke about something other than himself.
Oof. Harsh.
We need to convince Dudu to reveal himself. Any friends we could leave a message with someone he trusts.
Man, a lot of these quotes taken out of context are just awful. Like, we really need to convince Dudu to expose himself?
Spent dawn till dusk with the truth on
No,
stage or
no
on
you
the
don't. There's enough of that.
Light going to the mummings.
Yes, I'm actually surprised.
I mean, I believe there's whole communities where that's like a thing.
Mm-hmm.
These mummers are ready to help.
We need only mention Dudu. Irina and company are deeply indebted to him.
Dudu and the mummers.
The mummers will help. We need only mention Dudu.
How am I doing? Some opening night. Maxim lay comatose in his wardrobe, drunk as an otter. I thought of Dudu. Hard to imagine a better actor than him.
This cannot keep being funny to me.
John.
Maxim was
Or
drunk
you
as
die.
Maxim was drunk as an otter. I thought of
He
Dudu.
fell so hopelessly in love with the theatre.
That he started performing
Ah.
Now Irina feels terribly guilty. They let him put
It's
himself
just
in danger. She can't forgive herself.
I'm growing older all the time, but I'm never growing up.
You know, work a message to Dudu Inca something. Lure him out of hiding that way.
Not a bad idea.
It's Sapowski's fault for naming him Dudu.
Besides, do you really think Dudu whiles away his days attending mummings he knows by heart?
So what do you suggest?
We must write an entire new play. From scratch. Something grand. Something that will grab Dudu's attention. So most importantly, it must have a splendid title.
Look, he was just a simple writer in communist Poland. How could he have possibly known?
Okay. I don't know that I can write a play.
Sure, I'm cut out to write a play. But you're better off doing this on your own.
It's sure to go quick if you help me. You'll see, we'll have a grand time together.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Guess we can start writing the play.
Gonna have to do character scenes.
Actually, I was hoping.
The key is to convince Dudu that he can rely on you, and that we wish to free Dandelion. The message must be clear, though naturally woven into the play's dramaturgical essence.
Oh god, this is giving me flashbacks.
Following along?
Yes, all clear.
All clear.
We're going like a traditional 5-act.
A proper expressive form for our content. A gripping, contemporary story, that would be best. Perhaps about the condottieri of Polis. I know Lorenzo Molla. A tale of a handsome but ruthless bandit, and the Doppler who manages to fool him. But now the Doppler must hide, and can only count on the help of his friend, who's a witcher, who
It's awfully on the nose.
to do anything to save his daughter. No, better, his beloved. What do you think?
What do we think? Is that a good idea, or should we instead go for something with more musicality?
Is this the I wasn't like reading which thing is this?
This
Which
is
play?
this is the Doppler has a friend who's a witcher who will help him because the witcher's on a quest to save his beloved.
Yes.
So that's the good idea?
Yeah, it's simple and it will work.
All right.
Sounds great.
Really think so? Lorenzo Molla. Yeah. Or perhaps not. Wait, I've got it. We shall stage a story of the Urchin of Erlenwald. Secret lovers, their betrothal, a curse.
We lost her. We lost her. We lost the theater kid.
At which point he reveals his face. He's a monster, there to steal Princess Pavetta. They want him dead, but at that instant, a witcher steps in. And everything ends splendidly. So it's settled, yeah? You wish to say something?
Do I get a say in any of this?
Do I get a say in any of this, or have you decided everything already?
Why are you cross? It's the nature of the creative process. We toss around ideas and choose the best ones.
As a former theater kid, I feel called out by this entire thing.
Naturally, you'll play a part in shaping this play. Contribute to the work as a whole. Dandelion will explain how it works later.
We need a good title.
I feel personally attacked.
The story itself.
I've some ideas. Perhaps you can choose.
Can I consider my opinion this time?
Of course. We're partners in this. I'm just in charge. Two really good ones. The Doppler's Salvation and A Changeling Rescued or The Witch's Triumph. Which do you prefer?
So Doppler's Salvation or A Changeling Rescued or The Witcher's Triumph?
The Doppler's Salvation is the one that I went with.
That's what I'm thinking with.
Go with the Doppler's Salvation. It's shorter, catchier.
Brevity is the soul of wit.
Problem. No Dopplers in that story. Just a princess and a cursed urchin.
Nothing simple. We need merely swap the Doppler in for the urchin. The message, that's what's
Which, the other story that she's talking about was the one where we, sprung the law of surprise in the first place, yeah?
Yes. Yeah, the story of...
The story of Ciri's parents?
Yeah, Urchin of Erlenwald, yeah.
Let's go with drama. High drama.
Right. The drama'd be better.
Very well. I must get to work. While you must pick a corner. Sit down, read silently, or just think. All right?
Fine. Since you don't need help with the writing.
Got it.
Oh, wait. A run for Witcher?
Bitcher.
Did Itcher?
Ugh. Just keep quiet.
Situation?
Done. I could make a small masterpiece of this had I a bit more time, but...
Wish that he could quit her.
The hidden message to Dudu. What did you weave in?
Hidden message?
You were gonna work something in, like the Kingfisher at dawn, or...
That wouldn't be in keeping with the tone of the play, not at all.
You wrote it to
Fucking
contact
theater kids.
That was the purpose. So how do you see this working?
You don't understand the creative process, Jerry. I'm an artist.
We'll just improvise it. Don't worry about that. First, you must take the script to Madame Irina. Sure you know where to find
I have to be inspired. You just don't understand the underlying dramaturgy. I'm having flashbacks and only like a quarter of them are... No, we're not doing this. Okay. Only a quarter of them are not thoroughly just cringing inside. Okay, take the script to Irina Renard.
Irina is cool.
She a comrade?
Yeah.
Irina's come for me.
She runs what I would call an artistic collective.
An artistic collective?
Yeah.
Tom, are there bohemians in this game?
They are most definitely bohemians.
Oh my. Why is everyone shouting and yelling? The ticket seller.
Where you going? That's a place of culture, not a trough for swine to...
This where Madame Irina's troupe performs?
Yeah, but you can only enter with a ticket. There's no...
So sell me a ticket, my guy.
Mamas are just rehearsing. Process is interesting to observe, though. So, want a ticket?
performance. Said so yourself.
Jerry, just buy a ticket.
Need a ticket. What'll it be? Need a ticket?
Yeah.
Yeah, one.
Here. Just stay out of sight, eh? Awful bashful, these mummers in rehearsal.
Now let's go interrupt the process.
It's 50 gold. You've taken more than that off of skeletons.
Yeah, easily.
Madam Marina, can we talk?
Geralt of Rivia. Dandelions told us so much about you.
Actors.
Is he with you?
No, but I hope to bring him back soon. We're going to talk about duty.
Let's speak in my quarters at the back of the theatre. We'll be undisturbed. How can I help?
I pray that never gets old.
Dandelion or doo-doo recently?
We're trying to be subtle about this whole thing, right?
Not really.
So we can tell her Dandelion's in trouble?
Yeah, she's an ally.
Okay. I'm taking your word for it. You say she's a comrade.
Though I am curious how serious it is.
Pretty serious. Are you serious enough that I want you to stage a play?
Hiding, or did he write an offensive couplet about the priests of the eternal fire?
Worse. Lots. I'm going to try to help him. Gotta contact Dudu first.
But he's disappeared as well.
I have a plan to lure him out of hiding, but I need your help. On you?
I'm Batman.
Naturally, but what can we possibly do?
I want to stage a play. Something that'll really...
I am kind of digging the whole wolf mask aesthetic.
And you hope it'll get Dudu's attention as well?
I'm not gonna lie.
So
It's pretty
it
dope.
must be an entirely new play, and who will write it?
Priscilla, actually. She's done writing it. Tells the story of a witcher who rescues a Doppler from certain death.
Sounds interesting. I'll gladly have a glance. But first we must think about getting the word out and organizing some protection. Ushers. Would you mind tending to these matters?
So I have to go recruit some ushers?
Think we need ushers? Play about Dopplers.
Can't be sure if you've attended many performances.
Rotten apples, tomatoes.
Axes, butcher's knives, and brick.
Alright. Know anyone up?
Yeah, I've been in shows like that.
Try the dogs, perhaps. You're bound to find some men with...
How can I help you spread the word about...
Well, we'd like
Okay,
to
how do we do
hear it,
publicity?
So we must clearly talk to the puffins.
And talk to the puffins?
Street artists. Get them to announce.
Oh, we gotta get a hype team?
Yep.
I kinda hate this quest.
Occupy some rooms in the bits in a townhouse, but I can't be sure they're still there. I've not seen them.
They're comrades too, John.
I know. It's just, it's bringing back a lot of memories, man.
And if they'll work for us. Thanks for helping.
Oh, you want to be a publicity agent? You mean hand out flyers for whatever venture you got going? Yeah. Yeah, I need the money. Look at me with my spare Nilfgaardian clothes. Hey, while you're in here, I'm just gonna take all your stuff, okay? Cool. Come on, I didn't mean to talk to you. Okay. I'll come back once I found some ushers. I know she's got drugs in this room. She's an actor.
Where you hiding that fist tech?
Alright. I know you have glamour somewhere around here. Nah, it's just a pig hide. What kind of actor are you? You know, it's for a role. Oh, here we go. Got a whole nother floor. An apple, butter knife, silver candelabrum, yada yada yada. Man, maybe Polish actors are just really square. Alright, let's get out of here. can't believe that you would call me out personally like this, Tom.
Do you know what that just reminded me of, John? Saying maybe Polish actors are really square. From Misfits and Magic, when they're like, wait, they are British. Maybe they've never met a cool person before.
They've never met cool before. All right, where's the Puffins? What's their deal?
They're street artists. They're going to be your hype people. And they are being oppressed.
So where do I find them? 'Cause we've got two different spots on the map.
Go to your quest log.
And that's that one? Right, so we'll put a... How do I do my...
No, go to your quest log.
Plays the thing. Boom, boom. There we go. Now we follow the dots.
Yeah. Yeah, this is always like the thing to remember to do when you have a multi-step quest.
All right.
Got my eye on you.
Oh, got my eye on you, white one. I'm terrified. What are you, a level 33 elite witch hunter? Please. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a meeting with some jugglers.
Oi, beware the gutters.
Okay. What's up, carnies?
Nice tune. Damn sad, though.
Then it successfully conveys my mood. What do you seek here?
Looking for the Puffins.
Have I found them?
We've no coin. Leave us be.
I think there's been a mistake.
Sorry. Thought our landlord had hired another thug to collect from us.
Landlords.
See?
I don't want any coin from you. In fact, I'm willing.
All right, now I love this quest again.
You agree to get the word out about Madame Marina's new play.
You gotta trust the Tom.
Ever since we premiered our fateful ballad about Holy Hemelfart, who his faith ignores, gorges himself, diddles old whores, Fatso's gang has been harassing us incessantly.
Fatso's gang?
Common thugs in the church's pay. City's full of gangs like that.
They threatened me, sir. Said they round off our pointy ears with a carving knife.
They don't let us perform. Chase away spectators, destroy our instruments. Lately they've taken to lurking outside our home.
You had me at landlords.
All right. Say I get Fatso and his...
Of course. But you shan't find it easy. There's no talking to that lot.
I'm not a great talker anyway.
There's no talking to that lot. Oh, I wasn't gonna talk to him. Guys, you already told me everything that I need to know. They work for landlords. Yeah, right.
I'll be late. How dare you to say it again? I didn't say that.
So you're the ones.
Oi, Fatso, look what we got here. Is it just me, or you got cat eyes?
Right,
Meow.
he does. Stray cat must have fucked his mum.
Now, what you doing in the city of eternal fire, cat shit?
Leave the Puffins alone.
Worms that insult with hierarch Emelfart? Called him an whoremonger? I'd sooner snuff out the holy flame itself.
You can do that too.
So I think you have an option to mind control these guys, but I kind of
Play different tune then. Every time they
I kind of just prefer killing them.
I don't know. The mind control gives me extra XP, right?
A couple of points, but you know,
Okay.
killing them gives you mental satisfaction.
That is true.
What? Fuck yeah.
Dark Souls.
Ah, what a sight!
I think I lit a couple of them on fire with sword strokes and then just to sort of like, boo, like spooked the last one.
To leave my home without hiding beneath a hood. Thank you very much.
Come on, it was nothing.
Oh, it was something, all right. I don't dare think we've forgotten our promise. We'll strip our voices ragged praising Arena's new play.
How much will I owe you?
Not a copper. Helped us out. See no reason why we shouldn't help you. Get
Hey.
play. Wait and see.
Some quick preparations and we'll be out in the streets. Till the next.
Guess what? I have an improv team in my emotional debt. It's the most useful thing you could ever have is a bunch of hype team guys. Oh, you all using weapons, okay. Dark Souls.
You encountered another gathering of juggalos.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
Somebody needs to just set these guys down with a magnet and keep them busy for a while.
Yeah, how would that work?
The eternal fire.
Just watch. You're gonna like next quest. I'm gonna be like, now you have to go convince these, you know, you have to convince these painters to do something useful for you. Okay, to the docks. I have to find some rough and tumble men who can show people to their seats.
Remember, John, the team that do the sets are the real heart of the production.
Dude, seriously, like, if you need some people who are prepared for violence within the theater, you don't have to look far. You just go backstage and go, "Hey, techies, are any of you happy right now?" And they will look for reasons to vent that rage. I promise you. All right, here you go. Do I talk to the seaman? Hey, Sophus the Bull.
Think you're gonna have a fist fight. That's why you get these guys to work for you.
Versus the beast of Metal. Versus primal.
Sure.
I'd like to hire you now about the staging a play.
Let us kick some arse on stage.
Actually wanting to usher, keep the peace, make sure no one's ass gets kicked on stage or off.
Got the wrong man. Ass kicking's what we do.
Yeah.
How about a wager?
I already paid 50 for the ticket, so now I will pay in the language of fists.
Hell's no fan of money. Fail right.
Oh, I get where Hal's coming from. Yeah, sure, I'll fight you both.
What if I lose?
Oh, you'll lose.
Agreed.
Fine. Fight you both.
Cough up the coin first. Lose, and it stays with us.
Here, double the usual take. So now all I gotta do is win.
Yeah.
No problem.
Don't screw it up.
Yeah, no signs this time, it seems. Ooh. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, well. Okay. I don't even feel bad about paying these dudes 140.
They cleaned your fucking clock.
Yeah, they did. Like, all of my attempts to block failed. All of my dodging that I usually do, like my reliance on Dark Soul, completely failed. But I gotta be honest, I don't even regret it. They won me over with that, they won me over with that. Oh, Hal liked it. You can see it in his smile, right, Hal? Smirk. I'm like, okay, Hal, take your 140. You're good people. You too have had your heart broken by an actor, so yeah, we get it.
Probably be better for you to take that fast travel you ran by.
Probably be better for me to follow the dots and not get my ass lost. It's only 150.
Okay.
It's fine.
So what I would recommend is get over there and then save the play for tomorrow because it's already late.
Well, not tomorrow, but for next Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great idea because I do actually need to eat something. Like,
and the play takes a minute. It's not very quick.
Yeah. Plays historically, I'll take us some time. All right. Bum, bum, bum. See, these guys, the stagehands, have an off and after with you. Always the best people, techies. Alright. Let's see. I think this is as good a place to end it as any, don't you, Tim? Am I supposed to get through a different door, or what? Yeah, well, we'll figure it out next time. All right, well, thank you guys so much for joining us for another exciting installment of Fantasy Poland Monday. Make sure to join us next week as we engage in the devil's work. And by the devil's work, I mean a stage play. It's going to be horrible. All right, we're going to do the thing. We'll see you guys next time. Don't forget, wear your mask, get vaccinated, all of that good stuff. We're going to save the game.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that you have notifications set to on so that we so you'll be notified when we do our dumb little things. Tom, we doing Borderlands tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, Borderlands tomorrow at 3 p.m. We continue our trek through Borderlands 3, and it's starting to get real good now that Reese shaved off that stupid mustache. And that's it. Don't forget, it's always free to be kind. Don't listen to landlords. They're not real people. It's not a real job. Don't let your bosses exploit you too much, and try to help out your communities. It's the best thing you can possibly do. Remember that the greatest of men are those who ennoble themselves by helping others, and the happiest among them, the one who has helped the most people. That's all that we got for you today. We'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.